laws that trigger when we bring in some testimony or some evidence that there is insanity, causes the rules, the laws to pivot. So the prosecution has the burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt. Listen. In this case, the background. All that just matters. Way back to motive. Evidence. Exhibits, photos, videos. We're going to be in here for 8 weeks. School's going to be out. We can plan for our Labor Day barbecues. Barbecues by the time we get done. But you know what you're probably not going to hear? Spend all that time with all those exhibits, all that evidence. All those witnesses. You're not going to hear about a motive. You're not going to be given a motive about why this January 2020. Reason is there is no motive. There is no reason. Doesn't make sense. It's insane. Smiling photo. Next day, and it's gone. No reason for it. Prosecution may say, oh, well, makes it better, more tragic that it was such a pointless death of Gannon. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that. Sure. Psychotic crap that went on during this time. Teacher. Loving stepmother to 2 children. Loving mother to her own child, Harley. A person that Gannon's father entrusted his own 2 kids. Watched and loved by this woman here.
The woman hiding in the corner. She's like, don't look at me.
Being a killer of an 11-year-old boy. How do you get there? Big jump.
Hi, Stina. Can you guys hear me when I talk? Let me know.
There is no explanation for it. I don't have one.
If anybody else wants on the mic, let me know. This dude has a lot of pauses.
She broke on that day, ladies and gentlemen. She broke.
She broke.
Broke from all that was right. Made sense. And the axe, putting Gannon's body in a suitcase and traveling 1,300 miles full of Florida and throwing the suitcase, Gannon's body in it, side of an overpass. Different stories she told. She was raped by somebody. Person.
He needs more than that dramatic pause.
Hear all the stories. The prosecution's going to play it for you. These are all signs and evidence.
He's going to irritate the jurors doing this.
A soul.
I love that for
That
him.
is broken. Most fundamental and profound way. So broken. Doesn't even know what it was doing. What was going through that person's head? Gannon's head. Al's head. All the stab wounds, the shootings, the bruisings, the beatings, the burns. What was going through that person's head? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. For the person that she was killing that day, attacking, it wasn't Gannon. It wasn't Gannon to her. Wake up that day and go, I'm gonna. No. She was killing the demons.
Wow.
Her life from the dark depths of her childhood.
That's a poor defense.
And here, different doctors. We have a Dr. Dorothy Lewis. She's from Yale. She's been at it a long time. An MD. Got a lot of experience with this. Her legal medical opinion is that on the date of this offense, the Stauch was legally innocent. Now the prosecution is going to have some witnesses from our big mental hospital in Pueblo that I imagine are going to say, no, she was perfect. She knew what she was doing. It's normal behavior for a person to do that. Yeah, she had some mental issues and everything like that, but everybody does, but they don't go and kill an 11-year-old boy. And that is true. A lot of people do have mental health issues. Let's talk about in voir dire. Will have very severe mental health issues. They don't go out and kill people. They don't go out and kill 11-year-old boys or their stepsons. They had had a nice hike just the day before, as evidenced by that photo. Don't stab the stepson dozens of times. Discharged 3 bullets, a 9mm handgun at the boy, hitting him once, killing him once. Beat him, burn him, and do all these other things. Wrong. It's horrible. Not saying. And she will be held accountable. Not guilty by reason and insanity, will get a jury instruction. It's about a paragraph long. Indicates in that case, and I think Judge Warner alluded to it, for one panel of potential jurors in the last couple of weeks, she's found guilty, then it's guilt. She's subject to regular sentencing by the court. But if I'm not guilty by reason of insanity, she walks out here. She's committed to the state hospital, Colorado Department of Human Services, and they take over from there, state mental hospital. That's not what we're dealing with here now. So I know there is a natural urge, human urge, a real urge, to hear about that little boy with that big bright smile that you saw on the screen, hear about what happened to him. I want to make somebody pay. I want to make somebody pay you. Right. Happened today. Awful. But not providing without constitutional protections for presumption of innocence, the right to remain silent, placing the burden of proof squarely upon the shoulders of the prosecutor, letting bias or sympathy come in and cloud your judgment. Not going to bring you in back. Prejudging the case by what you've heard in the media. They do no good. You know, we have a tragedy here. And we know it's terrible. But just listening to the evidence, as I started out with, don't check out. It's going to be easy. When in week 6, hearing all these witnesses and looking at evidence, you're going to want to check out. You're going to want to form your decision soon in this case. But you can't do that. For the next 6 to 8 weeks while we're in this trial, you can't form an opinion. Werner was telling you that. You're in an evidence gathering phase now. You're gathering the facts. Like Judge Warner's Miss Denver omelets. This is the ingredient gathering stage. Okay? Then the cooking stage. When you go back to the jury room after all the evidence is in, start putting the ingredients together. For omelet, or just a ham and cheese omelet. Whether you've got a guilty, not guilty, or not guilty by reason of insanity, based on the evidence, the ingredients. When you're in the jury room, that's when you start putting it
Damn
together.
dogs.
Just writing down, taking notes, taking it all in. Well, the judge mentioned several times to you today, I don't want y'all talking about the case amongst yourselves. kind of a special, hidden, quiet place, this courtroom, especially you jurors. I want y'all talking about the case because that leads to deliberating and judgment. It's in the judgment phase. So, thank you for your time. Thank you, everybody, for coming back. We're spending a lot of time together over the next couple of months, so keep an open mind. Put a lot of the bad stuff out of your mind for now.
She needs a new attorney. Of course, maybe that's the best she could get.
What Vince has to say. At the end of this, is Mr. Allen said, when he's concluded his opening statement, he said, I'm going to come back in a couple months and ask you to find her guilty. Hire Mr. Tolini in 2 months. I'm going to ask you to find her not guilty by reason of insanity. Now the trial starts. Had opening statements, you've had all that now.
I wonder if he was, Carly.
Like I said, it's not evidence. Checked it up on the board and the videos and the audios that he played. It's not evidence. Or what the judge said. If you had to deliver a verdict right now, it's not guilty. Woman, not guilty.
Judge is like, I thought you were done.
She's presumed innocent.
She did horrible things, Carly, horrible.
I'm not telling you to like it. I'm just telling you that's the way it is.
Did any of you watch it in real time?
Because I'm running out of steam. But I really, really, really do appreciate your time. I know the judge is due. Said earlier, you're the ones that are making the sacrifice. You're the ones that, are losing money because you're not able to go to work. That, your workspaces, your offices are idle. You're going to be here for 2 months.
No, they'll decide that during the trial.
Where we work, all of us.
But like I said, you're not insane if you're covering up your crime, in my opinion.
They're the ones that make the sacrifice in this case. And I do appreciate it. And on behalf of my attorney, Mr. Tolini, I know he appreciates it. Thank you.
Todd, can you get the last perimeter light, please? I'm not sure which one it is.
I watched it in real time. And
Gentlemen, I want to give you a little bit of
see if he says anything.
roadmap as to what you can expect and where we go from here. As I said this morning, opening statements are not evidence. Their purpose is only to help you understand what the evidence will be. Keep in mind that in this case, as in every case, attorneys are paid advocates. Their job is to persuade you that evidence proves or does not prove a particular point. And as I said earlier, nothing an attorney says is evidence, and they do not take an oath to tell you the truth. Next, the prosecution will offer evidence. Evidence consists of the
Okay, I'm back. I watched it in real time while it was happening. I don't know if you guys saw the Facebook post she made and all that crazy stuff. Were you guys watching when she was doing that? When she was posting on Facebook? When she was still lying that he was just missing and she didn't know where he was? It was so creepy. It was horrible. She is a monster. Because she knew what she did, and she kept making those, posting pictures of him. And the pictures she posted on Facebook is what caught her. Because somebody noticed some hinky things in the bedroom pictures that she posted. Does anybody remember that? I was trying to see if her attorney was court appointed. Oh, this is a new attorney. Yeah, my heart broke for that kid. The thing is, she did so many things to him. It wasn't just one thing. She's a very sick person. But I don't know if you remember when she showed his bedroom picture and somebody was like, "What are those burn marks on the carpet?" And that was what opened the whole can of worms. That's when she came up with that story that he had a candle lit in his room and he let it burn the carpet. So he got in trouble and she got mad at him. And that's when the whole thing blew up. Yeah, court appointed. But sometimes when you get court appointed, you could get like the best attorney out there because they take turns. It's just your luck of the draw, or you get a really bad one. I think when she was driving around with him in the car that day, she had poisoned him or something. She made him sick. I've been trying to remember because it was so long ago. Yeah. This attorney, though, he don't seem... Those long pauses aren't going to make him any fans on the jury or the judge, probably. Can you imagine if he does that throughout the whole thing? Hopefully that was just for his opening statement. I thought it was kind of nice, though, that they put it on a thing so anybody could broadcast it instead of just the big channels. That's kind of nice. Once I figured out how to do it. This case always got me because he looks just like my grandson and they're the same age. It about kills me every time I see his picture. Well, I guess we'll go back to Discord since there's not many left here. But thank you for coming. At least I got experience and I know how to do it now. So that's good practice. Yeah, wasn't his truck, Stacy? I think it was his truck. Was it? I don't know. Truck sticks in my mind. I should refresh my memory. I didn't even know it was starting this week. Bye, lovies.